Hi friends, it's Thursday again, Pastor Karen with the Thoughtful Thursday. I really wanted to talk about joy today. I know that with this coronavirus pandemic, with all of this racial injustice that we're seeing on the news and in our communities, with all the divisiveness and the anger that we're feeling amongst all people, it feels like it's really easy to get down. And in fact, sometimes I even wonder, like, is this how it's going to be? Is this how I'm always going to feel? And I see a therapist a couple times a month, and I even said to her a couple weeks ago, I said, I wonder if I'm depressed. And I think maybe we all are in some way right now. The hardness of life, right? The challenges that keep seeming like they're just heaping on top of us, one thing after another. We sometimes can't even like crawl out to catch a breath. I was just saying how kind of flat I was feeling, how kind of just like mundane and just hard to find joy. And I thought, this is not how God has wanted me to live. This is not how God designed us. God didn't want us to be in darkness. God didn't want us to feel enclosed. God wants us to have joy. So I started to be intentional about looking for joy, about reading scripture about joy. And of course, the first one that comes to mind, right, is Psalm 118. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Let us rejoice and find joy in the day, because this is the day that the Lord has made. And so I found myself saying that scripture each morning as I wake up, being reminded that God made this day for joy. And so that has really helped me. Also looking at Psalm 30, where it says, sadness may last for a day, but joy comes every morning. Every morning God promises this, that new day, that new potential for joy. So I also decided that I was going to look around and I was going to find joy in my day as often as I could, because darn, it was so easy to find the stuff that was bringing me down. It didn't take long. So I don't know who has a dog, but dogs are really, really great examples of joy. So our dog sleeps in a crate in our bedroom, and he's really quiet, and he doesn't even usually ask to get up in the morning. But when you go over to his crate to open the crate to let him out, it is like it is a brand new day for Dewey. His tail's going a mile a minute. He runs right down the hallway, basically slides into the back door, so excited to get outside, so excited to see us, so excited to start a new day. And who's watched a dog with a stick? Wow, right? One little stick. This dog has so much joy. I just saw a dog just this morning actually with a stick, and it was like if we had gotten $1 million or an immediate cure for the coronavirus. He couldn't control himself. He was so excited. He wanted to show me. He kept running back and forth with his stick. We've all seen dogs like that, right? Maybe you have one. Wow. I want that kind of joy. I want that kind of rejoicing. I want to run around and tell everyone how joyful I am. I want to share my stick. It's hard though, isn't it, my friends? Joy's become really difficult to find. But I have to tell you that this week, as I've been intentionally looking for joy, as I've been concentrating on the joy, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. And as I continue to search the scriptures for help finding this joy, I came across again Psalm 51. It says, restore to me the joy of your salvation and uphold me with a willing spirit. Restore to me the joy. That sounds like the psalmist was saying, you know, sometimes we lose our joy, and asking and pleading and maybe even begging with God to restore this joy. Remind us that we have this beautiful gift of salvation from Jesus Christ, and that should bring us joy. So Psalm 51, restore to me the joy of your salvation. Bring it back into my life. Have it sweeping in over me. And then I'll share with you my last scripture of this week that I found. Isaiah 55 says, you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth in singing, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Last week, we talked a little bit about creation and seeing the awe and seeing the power and the strength of God in salvation. I think we too can find the joy as we look around in God's creation, that we can feel the wind and we can look at the mountains, that we can listen to the wind through the trees and think that, oh, that is the trees clapping their hands for joy. But what I really found so powerful about this message from Isaiah, it says, for you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Having joy brings peace. And I don't know about you, but we can all use a little bit more peace in our lives these days. So my friends, I will pray for you all this week that you will find joy, that you will look for joy, that you will be surrounded by joy, and through that joy that you will find peace. Have a great week.